this class. Today is the 19th. Okay, first question, please. Who wants to start? First. So we don't have questions. We didn't finish, but we still don't have questions.
Can we do a
Yes.
different quotient with the x on the bottom, with a fraction with x on the bottom?
Yes.
Like
So
f
just
of
give me.
x, equals 12 over x.
Good. Very good. So we want to find the difference quotient for this? Is that the question?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So the difference quotient will be given to you. It's not such a big deal, so to remember it, but it will be given to you. So this is, anyone remembers?
F of x plus h minus f of x over h.
Perfect. So now, which piece of these three pieces I don't have?
H.
Yes, but I can't do anything to it. So I don't have it, but I can't do anything to it. It's simplified. Okay, which other piece I have? Yes, f of x, I can't do anything to. It's just 12 over x. But which piece I don't really have, and I have to calculate? Very good. So can anyone give us this?
X squared.
This is our function now.
12 over x plus h.
Very good. So now I have that piece as well. So I'm ready to put all three pieces together. Can anyone dictate? Thank you, Susan. It's a very good question.
Minus 12 over
Say it again.
12 over x plus h minus 12 over x over h.
Do we all agree with this? Okay, now let's look at this expression because this is not a trivial expression to work with. So what will I have to start with? Yes. So I have to find the least common denominator. I have to subtract those two fractions at the top. I can't do anything else. I cannot get rid of x, I cannot get rid of h, nothing of that kind. I have to combine these into one fraction. So what is the least common denominator?
X squared plus h.
Correct. These two have no common factors. They are two different factors. They both have to be in the least common denominator. So it's x times x plus h. Adjustments for the top of the first fraction, please dictate.
Times x.
Perfect. Please dictate the adjustment for the top of the second fraction.
H plus h.
Very good. Please dictate, of course this is h or h over 1. Please dictate the numerator of the top. Very good. From here I have 12x.
Minus 12x plus h.
Careful. Minus 12x, then you have to say parentheses, or you have to say minus 12h. Which one is it? Okay, so then minus 12 and parentheses. The reason why I refuse myself to write this, you dictated it, so I wrote it, is because some of you will be tempted to simplify this with this, and that will be a terrible mistake. So that's why I don't write this. I distribute negative 12 to x, I distribute negative 12 to h, and I do not write parentheses. Because if you do this, I can't give any credit. Because you cannot simplify a term with a factor. X plus h is not a factor at the top, and you cannot simplify it. So be very careful with this expression. I would have preferred this, 12x minus 12x minus 12h over x plus h over h over 1. This is what I prefer. Not that. Unless you know what you're doing and you're not going to make that mistake of simplifying x plus h with x plus h. Okay, good. So now what do I do? Very good. Now I have a fraction, negative 12 over h, negative outside, 12h, negative 12h over this, x plus h, multiplied by, very good. So if you remember, with all different quotients, two things must happen. All terms at the top that do not have h must cancel out, go away, awesome. And the final thing that has to happen for all different quotient and for any function you want, the h in the denominator must go away. Okay, so the first step was complied with, and the second one, so first requirement is done. What if you don't write 1, you may think it's 0, you may change something. And now the final simplified form is negative outside. The top is very good. And the denominator, we never multiply the factors in the denominator. So the denominator is, as you see, the final simplified form still has h in it, which is fine, but not this one. Good, very good question. Anything else?
Simplify 125 x 6.9 y 6.6.
Which, where are we looking? Oh, the last one? Okay, so, what color is this? Is this purple or what is it?
Fuchsia.
If you say so. So 125, x to the 9th, y to the 6th, everything to 1/3. When I raise a quantity to a product of 3 factors to 1/3, what do I do? When I raise a product of 3 factors to a power, what do I need to do? What is the idea here?
Multiply.
Say it again.
Multiply over 1/3.
In other words, you're saying raise to that power. Right. So 125 raised to 1/3, x raised to, yes, 9 multiplied by 1/3. Very good. And y multiplied by y to which power? 2. Do we all agree so far? So x cubed y squared is clear. But now what do I do with 125 to 1/3? What? Yes, indeed. That's all I was going to ask. So this is the cube root of 125, which is 5. So the final simplified form is 5x to the 3rd y squared. Good, next question. Anything else?
Can you do it?
Which one?
And then finish up the D.
Yes. B as in boy. D as in dog. A dog. This one? Okay, let's do that. Okay, x to 2/3 minus x to 1/3 minus 6 equals 0. What do you think about this? Yes, this is indeed quadratic in form. So I'm going to say let y be, very good, let
Raised to the 3rd.
1/3, very good. So then this equation becomes, yes,
X squared minus 1.
yes, yes,
Equals 0.
yes. See, I tortured them in a previous course, that's why they remember. I changed them around the block,
It's true.
almost.
Wait, this wrong twice.
So then,
Y minus
yes,
y equals 2.
very good. So we get two solutions for y. But only we care about y. The answer must be in x though. So what do I have for y?
Equals 3.
Yes?
So we get 2.
Yes. So then, now these are two equations. Y equals 3 is a different equation, and y equals -2 is a different equation. What equation is the first one?
3 equals x to the third.
Exactly. Y is x to 1/3. So this equation is x to 1/3 equals 3. Awesome. The second, I'll come back. The second equation is very good. What should we do to both sides? To the first equation in order to get x. Yes. The left-hand side is? Perfect. The right-hand side is? Very good. And remember, it comes with a question mark. Why? Because I use the principle that is not 100%. Raising both sides to a power. Not the square root or cube root, but raising both sides with a power. However, if it's an odd power, it will work. Okay. But we still have to, good. So say second thing, second equation, I do the exact same thing. And then I get x equals? Very good. With a question mark, you can go back, plug it in the graphing calculator. See, here's what I do. I would do to check my answer. I will go to the graphing calculator. So in y equals, clear, I will put in x to 2/3, x caret in parentheses, 2 divided by 3, close the parenthesis, minus x caret in parentheses, 1 divided by 3, close the parenthesis, and minus 6. I go to second and table. What am I trying to evaluate it for? Oh, yeah, the software always goes back by default. Sorry about that. Okay, what am I trying to verify? Careful. What am I trying to plug in?
27
Yes.
and -8.
Yes. So 27 is this. And what should the answer be in case this is a correct solution? 0. And -8. And what should the answer be if this is the correct solution?
0.
That's it. So I checked both solutions, 27 and -8 work because I put them in the original problem. And the original problem was this. So when I plug in 27, 27, I have to get 0. When I plug in -8, -8, I have to get 0. Otherwise, the solution is wrong. What I found is wrong. Next question.
Can you do B from question 2 on this,
No,
please?
just kidding.
Cherry on top.
Which one?
B.
From the same form?
Yes, number 2. With the B.
This one?
Yes. No.
No, from question 2.
Question 2.
Oh, from question 2. B, as in boy? Yes, I'm sorry. Okay, so we have 3, x to -4, y, z to -7, and 3x to -3. Good. So the first thing that I'm thinking of doing is simplifying in parentheses. There is nothing I can simplify in parentheses, however. I have 3, x, and y, and z. I can't do anything. And then 3 and x. So this one had no power, right? Okay, good. So I will rewrite 3, x to -4, y, z to -7 times 3 to -3 times x to -3. So this is my first step in which I eliminate parentheses for the second quantity, the second factor.
3, 1,
So now I will put things together, like this will be put together with this, and this will be put together with this. There is nothing I can do to this and this. There is no X, Y, and Z. This is it. So then I copy the base, and what happens to the exponents of these two? Good. 1 added to -3. What do I get? Multiplied by. I copy the base. What happens to the exponents of x?
-7.
Times y times z to -7. Very good. Which of these factors will stay at the top and which will go to the bottom?
Y will stay.
Y will stay at the top
And the rest of it.
and the rest will go. So what do I have? Right. 9,
67.
correct?
C is
Very good. Anything else from test 1? This one?
Yep.
Okay. So let's work on this. Do you need me to get it started? Can anyone tell us what is the first step?
Factor out the x squared minus 2x.
Very good. X minus 4 and x plus 2. Good. Next step, please.
Common denominator. 2x.
Next step.
Parentheses x minus 4 and parentheses x minus 2 times 1 over x minus 4.
Next step. Hold on just 1 second. If you're using my method. If you're not, use your own, I'm fine.
X plus
So 1 over x minus 4 minus 5 over x plus 2.
Oh, minus 6.
Very good. Equals.
0.
Absolutely. Please give me 2 restrictions so I don't have to mess up later or think about it later.
4.
Very good. The least common denominator. If I forget the equal symbol and 0, I mess up the whole thing. X minus 4, x plus 2. Very good. Adjustments.
X. X plus
Uh-huh.
X minus 4. X minus 4. X plus
1.
Can anyone give us the top now?
X plus 2 minus 5. Parentheses x minus 4.
Yeah, I refuse to write that. It's not wrong. It's perfect.
X minus 6.
Very good. Next step.
X plus
Very good. This is 22 minus 6. Positive. Equals 0 over. Good. Good. Linear. Move 16 divided by negative 4. X equals. If you hadn't stated the restrictions, it is possible that you would forget to go back and check, and I can't give full credit. So what is the answer? Right. So that's why those steps are super important. Trust me, I'm not trying to torture you. I know Tim would disagree with that.
Sometimes.
Yes, I know.
Can we do number 4?
Yes. So is this problem clear? Yes, please.
Writing down the answer on the test, would you include the no solutions or would the answer just be like, find the way those?
Can anyone tell us what is the answer for this problem? But you have to write step by step everything so I can see it, because if you make a mistake close to the end, you may get full credit. But if you don't write no solutions, then you can get full credit. Yes. Good. Anything else? Other questions on this problem? Okay, what am I doing next?
Number
Number?
4.
Number 4. Okay, what does number 4 say? Number 4.
So system number here is
Oh, we haven't gotten to that. This is not part of your test. As far as if you remember, I said, careful, this is a same type of material. We're changing numbers and we take stuff and we put stuff in. So we have not done this yet. We will. Yes, please. Shannon? Say it again. 3B, this one? Okay. Very good. We will get to that. We just rearranged the topics, but we will get to that. Trust me. There's no escape. So, what are we doing? What type of problem is this? Yes, we have to clean it up. So 3 minus x over 3 less than or equal to 4. One of my students from a previous class, she said, no, I don't want to use clean it up. I want to use fixing it. Okay, then. Whatever works. Use the words you like. Okay, good. So, what do I do next?
3 minus x
equals 4.
greater or equal to 4.
Greater than or equal to.
Less than or equal to 4.
Okay, let me re-explain this. So right this moment, I'm looking at this inequality and I say this to myself. What am I asked to find? I'm asked to find these numbers. Which numbers? These. Such that the distance from 0 between 0 and these numbers is 4 units or less. Less than or equal to. 4 units or less. That's why these numbers have to be between -4 and 4. Is that clear? Okay. Do we understand the translation? Everyone? Everyone? Yes? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. What do I do first? True, but I would like to get rid of this first. That's the weakest link. So that I multiply by less terms. I multiply less terms by 3. So how do I get rid of this? Right, so negative 7 less than or equal to negative x over 3 less than or equal to 1. We are subtracting 3 from all three sides. Correct. Then,
Multiply by -1 and switch to the sign.
yes, it's perfect. I would prefer multiplying by negative 3.
Oh, yeah.
You can do it in 2 steps. It's perfect. You don't have to do it in 1 step. Assuming we're doing it in 1 step, I multiply negative 7 by negative 3. What do I get? Careful. Yes. I multiply negative x over 3 by negative 3. What do I get? Good. I multiply 1 by negative 3 and I get? Good. What now?
Delta signs.
Right, it makes no sense, right? If I keep the same inequality symbol, I'm telling you that 21 is less than negative 3. So I have to switch the inequality symbol. Remember, I have to read from the right. Rearrange it. Negative 3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 21. And now you can give me the interval notation. What is the interval notation for this one? Very good. It's right there. We are looking at it. X in the interval such and such.
So you did, so instead of, so you multiply by -3 instead of 3.
Because I have negative x over 3.
Instead of,
Yes, you can multiply by negative 1 first and then by 3 if that's better for you. Same thing. Yes, Tim?
Do we have to write x in?
No, but remember because it's brackets, but if it were parentheses, it looks like negative 3 comma negative 3 comma 21, which looks like an ordered pair. So that's why I write x in. Yes, shall we?
Okay, I did it in a different form, but I got the same answer.
I have to look at it at the end. I can't say whether it's legitimate or not. Yes, next question, please. Is there anything else? What about chapter 2? Other than this problem, which we, from chapter 2 or from the,
no,
from 1, number 5? Oh, yes, of course. 2. X minus 3 cubed times 3. 4x minus 1 squared minus x minus 3 to the 4th times 3. 4x minus 1 times 4. Everything divided by 4x minus 1 to the 4th. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, then I have questions. What is the first step? I can't touch anything with powers. I can't do anything. It will take me forever to multiply x minus 3 to the 3rd and then multiply by 4x minus 1 squared. No, I can't. Let's read. Let's read. Not yet. I can't combine anything. There is nothing I can combine. Nothing. Yes,
Also,
please.
It's solved, right?
Nope.
Gave it to us.
You wish.
I do.
You wish. Yes, Marcus?
4x minus 1.
Okay. So here's what Marcus suggests. This one. So I want to cross this with 1 from here. Right. This is what we talked about a minute ago. When I said, when did I say that? It was more than a minute ago, sorry. When I said, can I simplify x plus h with x plus h?
No.
No, because x plus h is not a factor at the top. And I said, that would be unacceptable. So coming back, I'd like to simplify 4x minus 1 to a 4x minus 1 from the denominator. Am I allowed to? Of course not. Of course not. I was expecting everyone to say no, right? Not just a couple of people. Is this clear? So this is part of a term. 4x minus 1 after you factor. Yes. Now, some students do this. They cross out one from here, one from here, one from here. It's okay, but it's not really legitimate to do that. It will get you to, if that's what you meant, Marcus, it will get you to the same answer, but please don't do it. It's not okay. Okay? So, what is the first step here? Before I even touch it, before I even grab my pencil, marker, pen, whatever, I'm looking at it. What do I have to do first? I can't.
Gonna power everything else.
I can't do that. Absolutely not. What are the two key words in this class?
We give up.
No! Those are three.
We don't know the answer. Cry aloud.
No.
Run screaming.
No, what did we say the key words were from the beginning?
No factor out.
Factor and the second word? Simplify. I must simplify first. So this is a term, but it's all over the place. I want to rearrange it and give it a form, a nice shape that I can look at. It hurts my eye when I look at it. How will you rearrange this that will be as easy and nice as possible you can make it? Yes.
X minus
Yes.
minus 4.
That's it. I cannot make it nicer than this.
They just distributed it.
I'm not distributing, I'm rearranging the factors. I can't touch, I cannot distribute anything because of these powers. Good. Now I'm here minus.
3.
Careful.
Negative
Oh,
3.
12. Negative 12.
Yes. X minus 3 to the fourth and 4x minus 1 over 4x minus 1 to the fourth.
Where'd you get 12? 4.
Oh, and
Oh, damn.
Oh, at the end. Oh.
So now the second term is completely cleaned up. There is nothing I can do to it anymore. Okay, now I'm ready to go back to the top and decide upon the common factor or factors. Okay, so let's look at those two terms and decide, oh, they have blah, 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 blah in common. What?
X to the third.
And I'm not there yet. I haven't gotten there yet.
Discuss this with the
I haven't gotten there yet.
But you have to put X to the third and
I haven't gotten there yet. I have to start with the first thing I see. Exactly. Of course, the 6 is a common factor. That's my starting point. Then, what else?
X minus
Which power?
3rd.
Yes. Next, is there something else that I can pull out?
4x minus 1.
Very good. Which power?
First 1.
Awesome. Now please tell me, after you clean up, or after remove whatever is in front from the first term, please tell me what is left.
X minus 1 to the one.
This is out, 1 is out. What is left in there?
4x minus
Very good. Perfect. Now I reached this point. That's where I am right now. 2 indeed.
X to the third to the first power.
You mean,
Sorry, X minus 3.
yes, to the first power. This is out. 4 minus 3 is 1. Awesome. Do we understand? So let's summarize again. What did we do first?
why did you put 4x minus 1 first?
Because that's what's left from the first term. That's what's left from the first term. Is that clear?
Okay.
So now, one more time. First step was clean it up. See what it is. This hurt my eye. I didn't even know where to look. It wasn't arranged properly, so I can make a decision. So after I cleaned them up, now this was clear. 6 was in common, x minus 3 to the third power, 4x minus 1 to the first power. That's how I came up with this. Now, when you multiply this by this, you get this. When you multiply this by this, you get this. Definitely. Guaranteed. So, yes, Shannon?
Arrows to what you were just saying, like this and this.
This times this is this. This times this is that. So, now I can, because I'm simplifying a factor. This is a factor at the top. So now I'm allowed to simplify. Take away 1, take away 1. So 6, x minus 3 cubed. And now in parentheses, you'll tell me what you get. And then the denominator is 4x minus 1 to the third. Okay, so can anyone tell us what we have in brackets? There is a handout that I asked you to do all the problems because there are answers in the back. So that's where it's coming from. It's the handout.
Well, you're still at 4x minus 4.
So yes, so 4x minus 2x is 2x. So I have -1, but I have positive 3. I'm sorry, positive 6. So because this is 2x plus 6. So plus 5. This is it. And this is fully simplified. You can't do anything else. You cannot distribute. Don't touch anything because then you have to raise those to the third power. We never do any of this here. This is it. That's what we are asked to do. Very good. Next question. Any questions?